Welcome back to another episode of EPL Insights. Today we will talk about the matches which we had on the weekend for Premier League. Before I start, if you're watching this video, please subscribe to my channel, like this video and share it with others as well. So let's start. We will start with Manchester United versus Brentford. It was on Brentford home ground and both teams were struggling in the Premier League. So far, before this match, Brentford had won only one match, whereas Manchester United had won two, but the performances of both teams were not good. But I was expecting a little bit more from Manchester United. I was not expecting this kind of performance against Brentford, considering the players they had available in this match. Cunha, Ibomo, Cisco, they were all available in this match, and I was expecting a little bit more from Manchester United. But once again, they were struggling as a team to defend. In the first 20 minutes, they conceded two goals against Brentford. And then later on, even though they scored one, Cisco scored a very good goal. Congrats to him. People were trying to go on to him by saying 007, but somehow he manages to escape that. He scored his first goal for Manchester United and looked good. But the overall performance from Manchester United was very bad. They didn't look good when they were going forward. They didn't look when they were defending in the midfield. Their passing and their understanding between the players, it wasn't that great. Although it was a boring match considering Brentford scored the first for the two goals in the first 20 minutes, and later on they were trying to defend, and that was expecting despite of the result, despite of the score line from them. And it was on Manchester United to ensure that they had more creativity, they create more chances, they tried to score more goals, but somehow they were unable to find any creativity in their team. Their performances were like lackluster. They weren't, and in the last 15-20 minutes when I was watching their team, there was no urgency from their players. Like they were not looking like a team who was trying to make a comeback or was trying to win. They were very slow. They were like not running, or they were trying to speed up the game, increase the pace of the game. On the other hand, it was the what Brentford wanted. They wanted to slow down the game. They were not interested in ensuring that the game go at a pace which was not comfortable for them. But it was on United to ensure that they start. Whenever there is a throw, there is a free kick, they should start quickly instead of waiting or instead of giving time to Brentford to adjust. But it was not looking likely that from Manchester United, which was again very strange. And the one odd stat which I heard and saw on the Twitter and in the social media as well, that Ruben Amorim has like managed around 43 games for Manchester United like that in total, and around in 90% of the games he has brought on a defender or a center back, especially center back, when they are needing to score a goal or they need a equalizer or they were trying to create a chance, something like that. It was a very strange stat for Ruben Amorim, and I'm not sure why he does that. Again, if you're a Manchester United fan, you can tell me more about that. So once again, I predicted Manchester United to win this match to break the curse of back-to-back wins, but somehow once again they failed it and they lost this match 3-1, and it was a very disappointing performance. Do you think Ruben Amorim should be sacked or should he continue the way he's doing it? I said this in my match preview video as well, that I'm not saying he should go with what players want to do, but he needs to make some changes in his team, like playing Bruno in the 10 role instead of in the center midfield. And Kobe Manu should be the part of this team. I'm not sure what like any other players are better than him. Casemiro, Garte, they are performing very ordinary, very average games from them. So I believe Kobe Manu should start with them and he should be given a run of games so that he can show the manager that he's a good fit for his team. Apart from that, I'm not sure what else he can do, but that's what my suggestion would be, that move Bruno in the 10 role and play Kobe Manu in the midfield alongside Ugarte or Casemiro, and make some changes in the front line as well, that no player should be sort of in a situation that he is given that he will be starting in every match. If the players are not performing, either it's Kunhe, Bumo, Cisco, they should be replaced. And I'm not sure what replacement they had instead of Cisco. Only Zexi, I believe he is the only one who can play as a striker or a false nine for Manchester United. So that's another thing which Manchester United and Ruben Amorim has to look into it, that they need to bring a striker in the January transfer window or in the next summer transfer window. But will Amorim be part of the Manchester United team till January or not? That's another question which Manchester United fans can answer. So that's all from my side for Manchester United versus Brentford. Let's talk about Chelsea versus Brighton. Another interesting match. It was a game of two halves. Chelsea was looking really good. They were creating chances, they were dominating, they were controlling the game. They scored the first goal, and it was looking likely that Chelsea will win that match convincingly. But somehow a mistake from Chalobah, and suddenly the dynamics of the game totally got changed. Once they went to 10 man, again Maresca did not manage that game. He got panic, and he started making changes within 10 minutes. Two substitutions once again. I'm not against the substitution, but I believe after going 10 men down, he should at least give the team 5 to 10 minutes to play with it, like same team should play with it. And then later on, it feels like if the players are not working or the situation is not working well, then they can make changes or bring on defenders or whatever changes he wanted to make. Once the red card is given, he suddenly make all the changes, started making changes within 10 minutes. That does not give a good sign to the team, and it shows that your manager is panicking and the system or the players who are on the pitch, they are not working. It They loses their confidence as well at the same time. Then the new players come in again with the pressure that there is a lot of time on the clock still, and they have to ensure that they do not lose that game. They were winning that game at that point of time, so I believed again he did not manage the game well. And although the credit must be given to Brighton as well. In the start, again, Brighton was not looking likely that they had an idea how to play against the 10 men. They were also looking not good in the start, in the first 10 to 15 minutes. They were not creating much chances. They were like, I was not getting an idea what they were trying to do. Either they were trying to overload, they were trying to attack all, or they were trying to put more players in the final third. What they were trying to do. There were a lot of missed passes from their side as well. But again, it was Chelsea who started making changes, and then suddenly they got the hold of the game and they started controlling the game. And later on, Chelsea players was getting sucked into the emotions, and Brighton players were pushing them and trying to make them more aggressive, or trying to ensure that they make a mistake, and Chelsea players make a mistake, and then they from there onward they scored their two goals and won that match. So that's another thing I believe. I'm not saying they should start managing the game or start practice the game with the 10 men, but all the good teams, if you see, either it's Liverpool, City, Arsenal, they, like all the top teams, when they go down to 10 men, they are not easy to break down. Most of the time it gets difficult to win against a 10 man, against a top team. And Chelsea is a very good, at least a very good team, if not one of the top team. They should be able to hold on to, at least draw that match, winning till the 60th minute 1-0, and then later on they lost it. And the things you would see in the second half, the start you would see in the second half, they started missed passing, they started not able to control the game, not able to slow down the game, not able to make the right tackles, right decisions. And all that falls in the hand of Brighton, and they were able to win that match. So another mismanaged game by Maresca, I feel. Do share your opinion, what you think of Maresca management style, and is this a bad sign? Is this the start of a downfall for Chelsea or not? What do you think? Let's talk about Liverpool versus Crystal Palace. I didn't watch that game, but I tried to see the stats and the score line, and try to read on the articles, whatever they were about New Liverpool versus Crystal Palace. It was a very disappointing game from Liverpool side. Let me share. If you look at the start of that game, let me share that. Like, Liverpool had 72% of the possessions, and they only had four shots on target, in comparison to Crystal Palace, who had 28% of the ball, but they were able to had 7 shots on target, and they also had similar shots on goal as well as compared to Liverpool. Like Liverpool had 20, they had 16. It wasn't like a much of a difference that with 72% of the possession they were able to create a lot of chances. It's not like that. Now, here comes the point which I wanted to share, that if Arsenal had done that, again, I'm not saying it's a conspiracy, but like when Arsenal tried to play that kind of a game, even at Liverpool's home ground and against City, Arsenal was like ridiculed and they were criticized for everything, that they were not trying to win the game. They were trying to draw the game. They were trying to. He's like a Stoke City game. Now, seeing the stats of this match, I'm not sure what happened in the game. If you watch the game, do let me know if Liverpool created a lot of chances. But looking at the stats, it's not looking likely that they did. They were not able to create much chances, and if you look at the goal they scored at the 87th minute by Keisa, and it's not like, and he was a substitute, he wasn't starting from playing from the start. So considering that Isaac, Salah, Words, Sabozalai, they were all on the pitch and they were not able to create chances, or they were not able to at least draw the game, that's little bit worry for Liverpool. And if you have watched all the Liverpool games, I have watched some, not this one, you would have seen this result coming. That they were not looking good in all the matches. They were not looking like a team who is gelling in the after the first match, and they were looking like a team who is still struggling to develop chemistry among players, to had to still looking likely to develop the understanding among the players. Salah has one of the worst start in the Premier League. Wirtz is not able to create anything or score any goal. Again, people are again 007 comments are coming for him. I know he's a top player, and he will come good at the end of the day, but currently looking at these stats, it's not looking good for Liverpool. And I'm not saying that it's a sign that they will not win this league. Win this league, they are still my favorites to win this league, and they will come good at the end. But let's see how they will perform against a struggling Chelsea side in the next week, on the Saturday. And that will be a very crucial and important match for Liverpool and Chelsea as well at the same time, because Chelsea has their own issues right now which they need to sort out, and Liverpool has to prove a point that it was one odd game where they did not able to win the game, and they are back to their best again. So do let me know what you think, what will happen in that match against Chelsea, Liverpool versus Chelsea. It's on Chelsea home ground, I believe. Do correct me if it's on Liverpool home ground. So what do you think of the Liverpool performance in this match? Let's talk about. By the way, I'm very happy with that result. I did predict Chelsea to, sorry, Crystal Palace to win or draw that game. I was very much of the opinion that Liverpool will easily win this game, considering that quality and the kind of talent they have in their team. But miracles do happen. So let's start. Let's talk about Newcastle versus Arsenal. It was a very physical game. It was a very good game. I really like Arteta. Again, I said that in my match preview as well, that you will see a different side in this game. As again, on the terms of creativity, from the in terms of creating chances, we did create chances in the City game as well, and in this game as well. But as now, especially as a getting more game time, getting the understanding, developing the chemistry with other players, now they're looking likely threatening from the, like he's looking like more threatening from the 10 role. Odegaard came back, he looked really good. From the Newcastle side, I believe it was a very difficult game for them, and some of the decision in the matches, we will talk about that as well, helped them as well. But in the first 25 minutes, Arsenal was all dominating. They were creating the chances. They were hitting the post. As they had a chance, Trossard had a chance. Although I'm still of the opinion that Trossard should not start the match. He should come as a substitute. But right now, considering Odegaard was not fit, he was not available to play the 90 minutes. As he played in the 10 role, which he looked really good. I really liked him in the 10 role. And on the left, we had an option of Martinelli and Eze. Martinelli had a very poor performance in the League Cup game, so that's why I believe Trossard started in this match. And Trossard looked okay in the first 30 odd minutes, but later on he started fading. His performances was not as good as in the first 20 to 30 minutes he was. Apart from that, Rice was very crucial in this match. His performances, he was my man of the match. He looked really good. He was running all across the pitch and ensuring that we control the midfield, we control the game. He was the one who created the first. Uh, he provided the first assist for the first goal as well for Marino, who all the Arsenal fans criticized and said he should not play for Arsenal or he should not start again. I think he should not start. He should come as a substitute again when we need him. But he is very good in the air when we are throwing the ball, like we are creating chances from the corners or from the free kicks. He is very good in the air and he can score a goal for us, and he did that. And I'm very happy for him. And in this match, you see that once they scored the goal, the thing which were they were criticized for celebrating in the equalizer against City, in this match they did not celebrate it like that. Although I'm not against the celebration, but they did good. They went back to the half line and tried to start the match again, which again was in the hand of Newcastle. They had to start the game. Apart from that, uh, I believe Jokeres had a very good game. Although he was not able to score, but the kind of hold up play, the kind of link up play he had in the match, I really liked it. The only thing currently which is missing for Jokeres is basically the linkage between him and Saka. It's still not that where I believe it should be or it can be. Again, the reason is that Saka hasn't played much and he has not connected with him much in the matches. There were I agree, two to three situations where I believe Saka had the ball and Joker was making a run. He could have passed on the ball to him and he was on one with the defender and he could had a chance to score a goal. And over there, I felt Saka again goes towards the byline and goes toward the corner. And from there on, he was trying to beat his man or create a chance. Again, that is strength of Saka. But I believe if Saka can improve that and Jokeres can understand when Saka is going to play him the ball, that can be very helpful for Arsenal. That is something I believe is the only criticism which I believe I had in this game for Arsenal, that the linkage between Gyökeres and Saka, and again Eze is improving between Eze, then definitely it will click. And once Odegaard is back, I believe that then we will see the real Gyökeres alongside Saka, Odegaard, and Eze on the left wing, and in the center we had Gyökeres. Then we will see the real Gyökeres, or the chances which will come in abundance for Gyökeres, and then we will. At least I can judge him properly that either he's scoring goal, he's performing well or not. Currently, as per the quality of game he had, I really liked him. His link up play, his hold up play, the passing he was trying to add during the game when the keeper was uh, playing kicking the ball towards him going long, and he was holding the ball and then passing on to left and the right. I really liked that from him. And again, one more thing, like it was as I believe it was a very physical game. There were a lot of fouls on Jokeres, but he wasn't like that. He the way uh, the Newcastle players were trying to do, or other strikers tried to do, the whenever they are hit or where they are slightly touched, they try to make a drama out of it. Gyökeres wasn't doing that. Let me show one of the picture, and I will talk about that. Like in this picture, you can see he was. Apologies for the quality of the picture, but he was like fouled very openly. It wasn't even given as a foul in this game, and people are talking about the elbow or the foul between Gabriel and the striker, Newcastle striker, and they're saying he should be given a red card. But what about this one? This was also a foul, and it wasn't even given as a foul as well. And the good thing which I liked Jokeres about that, when he was fouled like that, he didn't stay there or like started rolling on the ground. He went down after the fall and he get up again, started the game very quickly. So that was a very good thing which I liked Jokeres about. And the thing which I was talking about, Rice, like Rice had a very good game against Newcastle. You can see that he had 105 touches, 75 pass completed, 70 line breakup passes, and He covered the most distance as well. So it was a very dominating performance from our midfield. So that's what I liked in this game, that our midfield was very good and they were trying to create chances as well as they were trying to dominate the game. And that's what I like about it. Let's talk about the two incidents which happened in this game. And I saw a lot of videos, a lot of YouTubers, and a lot of people talking about it. Let's talk about the second incident first, between Gabriel and I believe the player was from whom they signed from Nottingham Forest. Again, it was very clear. Although we can see that Gabriel arm wasn't in a perfectly normal position, but when he take a shot, the ball went on to Gabriel's foot, then goes back to the Ilanga player, his foot, and then he rolls up to his shin, and then hit his arm. So by the law, that it wasn't a penalty. That's why it wasn't given a penalty. And initially, when I looked at it, when I was watching the match live, I also thought it was a penalty. But when they slowed down it, they showed it that it was uh, it was a shot which flicked up his shin pad. That's why it wasn't given as a penalty. So I understand the decision, and a lot of people thinking that it was a penalty. It wasn't. And then the first incident which happened in the match against Jokeris, the only thing which I would say that either it is a penalty or not. The thing is that uh, Chelsea goalkeeper had a similar situation against Manchester United in that match when he came out of his D to stop the counter against Imomo, and when he also had a slight touch of the ball. He also was trying to play the ball. And in this match, if you heard the commentator, and he was sharing that, I heard it again on the social media as well, that the ref was of the opinion that it's a penalty, but they were trying to tell him again and again that no, no, this is not a penalty. That's why they think this is not a penalty. And what we understand is that VAR is for obvious and clear errors. And if they had to tell him that much and he wasn't getting convinced from their opinion, then it showed it wasn't an obvious and clear error. So that's why I felt from both angles, if Chelsea goalkeeper was given a red card, why he isn't given a red card or at least a penalty? If he wasn't given a red card, I get that, but it was a penalty. Why? Because there was no chance he was able to stop that scoring opportunity. He was fallen on the ground and he has taken out Jokeres, who, if he had not taken him out, he could have easily scored the goal. So that was very surprising for me. I would believe that was a penalty. Do share your opinion. Again, it might be biasness talking about from an Arsenal fan, but I am comparing the decision from the Chelsea goalkeeper, the Chelsea versus Manchester United match. In that match, he was given a red card and it was considered as a foul. Again, if it was not a red card, I got it. By why it wasn't a penalty, that was very bothering me. That he had a little flick of that ball, and again, by the law, if that was the law, then why it was not applied in the Chelsea versus Manchester United match? So VAR or the PGML has to think about a lot, that what is the right way to go about it and what was the right decision. Either that was a wrong one, then should come out and said it and apologize to Chelsea fans. And if this is the wrong one, then they should come out and apologize to Arsenal fans. So that's all from my side in terms of weekend review. In my opinion, do let me know what's your thought on the weekend, and what will be the next like, we will talk about the Champions League matches in the next video. So do share your uh, results, your what will be the scoreline, the Champions League matches as well. That's all from my side. Thank you so much for watching. See you in the next video, and we will do the match preview of Champions League. Take care. Bye bye.